Welcome, welcome, welcome to our last rehearsal of Aurora Chorealis. So I should qualify that. It's actually just our last rehearsal for this season. We are expecting to be back again in September. And we wanted to connect with you before we actually took a break for the summer. We've been missing having interactions with people, although I have to say interacting with an Apple iPhone right now is just not the same jam as actually having faces in front of us reacting to us as a group. But I'm going to trust that there's somebody out there who's saying, hi, and we're all going to say, hi. So, this is where we've been rehearsing since September of this year. We have been rehearsing in smaller numbers for shorter lengths of time. We have been only allowed to sing for the last 30 minutes of our shortened rehearsals. And other than that, we're humming and we're doing other musical things. So we've actually been working on rhythm and body percussion, and we're going to show you a bit of all of that in the song we're going to learn tonight. That is assuming that this actually works and you can actually see us and hear us, which at this point, who knows? Oh, we have a thumbs up, so it's looking good. Okay, welcome then. So, Jason, do you mind just panning in this direction so that the sopranos can say hello? Hello. The sopranos are known in the choir as having usually the highest line that you can hear in a song. Sometimes somebody will write a song in a way that's a bit confusing and they don't actually get the highest notes. But most often, if you hear the top line, it's them. We're going to zoom over next to the basses. Say hi, basses.
Hi, basses.
So as you might have imagined, the basses sometimes have the lowest notes. Actually, almost always the lowest notes. They do get a little bit concerned when they're asked to sing higher than another part. It is rare, but it can happen. So, basses. And then we have our next section, which is called the tenors. Say hi, tenors. So the tenors is a mix of men and women, and they're going to have men's voices who are higher than other men's voices, and women's voices that are lower than other women's voices. It's a great part. They always have fantastic lines, lots of fun singing, and they're always probably the most precious, short-staffed, I don't know, missed section, really. Anyways, we love them. They're brilliant and brave because they're always a smaller group. Because you're going to see how much smaller when we go to our last section. Say hi, altos. Hi. So, altos can be male or female, but in our choir, they are all women, and they tend to sing at sort of the mid-range of the human voice. They often have a single note all to themselves, although tonight, everyone gets to have a melody line in the song that we're doing. So that's us, and as you're joining us tonight, you can decide whether you feel most comfortable singing in the top notes that you hear, in the super bottom notes that you hear, or in one of the two midpoints that you hear. Because we're going to go through a song we've been practicing called the Rain Song. Each of those parts has their own important vocal line to learn. And if you want to learn it with us, you're welcome to join us. So, what we usually do is a physical warm-up to begin with as well. We want to get out of our desk chairs and our heads into a different headspace when we're singing. So that's part of our physical warm-up. In place of our physical warm-up with you, we're going to teach you some of the body percussion that we're doing with this song. Now, body percussion is a concept that sounds very intimidating, I would say, and I think most choristers, how do you normally feel when we talk about body percussion?
Yeah.
Often, the first sense is a very mixed one, just saying. So there are some people who love it and some people who are slow to warm to this idea. But the idea that we could all use our whole instrument in a variety of different ways is part of what I love about choir. Our voice requires our whole body, but so does body percussion. So in this song, we have two body percussion patterns that we're going to be learning. I'm actually just going to zoom it this way so that we have folks on Zoom who've been joining us since September as well. Tonight is a little bit of a smaller group on Zoom because I think a lot of people could come tonight. But there they are. Hi. Anyhow, so our first body percussion pattern for this song, we're calling it body percussion light. This song has 4 main beats that repeat themselves, but this pattern actually stretches over 8 beats. So if I was to give us a count in, we'll see if we can remember what it is. So here it is. He won't be mirroring me tonight. Well, maybe we will. We'll see. Okay, so here it is. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. 3. 3. 3. So how you feeling? Got that? One more time? Oh, one more, sorry. Okay. You know what though? I think we added in 1 too many stamps.
Yeah.
We did. So we gave you the medium as opposed to the light. Because if we did the whole 8-bar pattern, let's do it right this time. You know the basics. It's going to be a little easier because there's only 1 stamp this time. So here we go. 2, 3, 4. And that is the light version. So our hardest challenge is finding 1 altogether. And it's all about how far up does one have to raise their foot. It's not very far, actually. So that's body percussion light. The more complicated version takes some of those elements and adds to it. One of the new additions is what we're calling the patty, patty, pat. It's not sexy, but anyways. So, you're going to need 2 hands. You're going to need 2 thighs. And we're ultimately going patty, patty, pat. Patty, patty, pat. I'll tell you where it comes in a second, but that's the gesture. Patty, patty, pat. And again. Right. So, there's 2 different patterns that go together. The first includes our stamp and our clap that we already did. Then we add the patty, patty, pat. Clap. So if we counted 4, it'd be 1. Oh, wait. Oh, no, it wouldn't. It'd be 1, 2, 3. Let's do that again. So here we go. And 3. One more time. 3, 4. Yeah, we always want to take it super fast, but hopefully we will. No. The second part of that still has the patty pat, but it has something else at the very beginning. We're calling that the tap tap. I think that's what we're calling it. So what you're going to do, I think I can do it the way you're doing it. You're doing it that way. Okay. So maybe you need to look at them. But it's taking one hand across your chest to your shoulder, and the other hand down to kind of your hip. So if your hands were here clapping, you're going to go like that. So from a clap to the cross. Right? Oh. Watch them, not me. Because I've been doing it the opposite direction. Okay, so it's like that. Right. So we go 1, 2, patty, patty, tap. 2, patty, patty, tap. So did you notice they actually are moving. They're bringing their knee up, they're bringing their shoulder down, and it just makes that just look a little cooler. And it's easier than actually trying to do it all steady. So if we did it slow, all together, with the 2 patterns our full body percussion will look like this. No speeding up, right? Okay, we'll all be good. So here we go. From the beginning of the full body percussion. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Good, so that's our pattern number 2. This is the kicker, right? And trying to figure out 1 clap, 2 clap. If you get confused, if you get lost, and this is the same for all of us here, the invitation is just to go to the light version, because we all stamp on 1, and we all clap on 2. Oh, that's my alarm telling me we can sing. Sorry, I don't know where it is. There it is. Thank you. So part of what we're going to do in this song as well, being called the rain song, we thought we need to actually make some rain as well. So you understand the gestures that we're using, and you can add them in yourselves. Our first gesture is to rub our hands together. We begin kind of softly and slowly, and as we go along, we're going to pick up our speed. And you'll notice the sound changes. We're going to do all these gestures in a bit of a wave, and the sound is going to start from that side and swoop across to this side on most of the actions that we're doing. Our next action is either to snap at random points. If you can't snap, you can just tap the palm of your hand. We're going to do it faster, or and then we're going to start with a light and slow. When we do this all together, we'll do it in a wave rather than all together. But this is our next rain meter. Then it gets a little louder, faster. So it's really coming down now. And then we're going to try to make thunder by doing this. And we have to do this. We're going to keep patting ourselves because otherwise we're going to try that again. Yeah, nice. And then with the rain shower coming to an end, we reverse the order. So we'll go to a slower, lighter tap. Not all at the same time, but, you know, we'll get there. And then this. And then to this. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So you have you'll see what they're doing. You're welcome to join us too and enjoy that sensation of making a fuller orchestral sense of rain. Okay, we're back. So I'll be right back. I just need to starting up. So that's our starting note for the altos. And I remind them of the line first. So it's going to sound like this. Rain, coming down, coming. Rain, coming down. Rain, coming down, coming. Rain, coming down. Let's go again and join us. Rain, coming down, coming. Rain, coming down. One last time. Rain, So that's the alto line. Tenors then come in, and as many of you want to sing as tenors, like, let's have some fun here. So they sing, the rain, rain, it's coming, the rain, 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 coming down. Some tenors are like, really? That's so high. Anyways, see what you think. Here we go, we're all tenors. 2, 3, 4.
The rain, rain, it's coming. The rain, 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 coming down. The rain, rain, it's coming. The rain, 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 coming
Last time.
down. The rain, rain, it's coming. The rain, 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 coming down.
Good, awesome. Tenors. Our basses, I'm going to be singing up, so that means if you like this line, you can choose this line whether you sing higher or lower. So they've got rain, 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 coming down. Rain, 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 coming down. So it helps to know too that if this is our beat, some of the times we're singing off that beat, right? Right? Let's try it. 3, 4.
Rain, 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 coming down. Rain, rain, rain,
Let's sing with it.
coming down.
Rain, 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 coming down. Rain, 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 coming down. Last time.
Rain, 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 coming down. Rain, 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 coming down.
Nice, okay. That's our little part. Over to the sopranos, who are, as usual, singing above most other parts in the song. So, their line is, the rain coming down, coming, the rain coming down, the rain coming down, coming, the rain coming down, the rain coming down, coming, the rain coming down, the rain coming down, coming, the rain coming down. Yeah, super bright. So this whole song just requires us to think about, gosh, we're so looking forward to rain, right? So this is our attempt at calling it upon us. So we've created a bit of a roadmap for this song to tie in all these various elements together. We hope it'll tie in together. So our very first part of the song is our Making the Rain. All that and thunder. Our second part is I'll start singing with the altos. This time when we hear the parts start, we're actually going to build the parts together. So you're not going to hear them as separate lines anymore. But hopefully you can still pick out the one that you liked the best and sing along from wherever you are. So we're going to start with our altos, and then we're going to move to our tenors, and then our basses, and then our sopranos, right? Right. And then after we're all locked and loaded there, we're going to go into our light percussion. Body percussion, I mean. So remember that's stamp, clap, 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 clap. Super straightforward, right? So I really hope some of you will keep that up, just because it does help us stay connected too, to have some of us just there. We're going to end up back there after a little bit. So just a reminder, if you are part of that core group holding the light, that will help us reorient there too. When we've sung that through a few times with that light body percussion, I'm going to make a gesture to ask singers just to hold their last note, which means they're going to hold the last note and stop the clapping at the same time, basically. No more clapping after that. And then we're going to go, hey, hey, hey. We have four counts with the fourth is silent. It's a little bit weird, but that's what we're doing. And then we go into our full body percussion. Except on the other shoulder. Right? And we're going to do that 6 times. We're going to try to even remember to count it down so that we stay on top of it. And then when we get to, we've just done 1. We go just to the body percussion light. We're going to do that a few times. Just to get our breath, really. Okay? Because we're going to be exhausted. You can't see my foot? Oh, sorry. Stomping. Good. And so when we're feeling a little bit more like, okay, we got some breath, it's going to be the basses. Do you remember where your starting note is? Yeah, awesome. It's always a fun part of the concert when you think, do I remember that note? Like, really? But they did. So they're going to sing through, and then we're going to bring in our tenors, and then we're going to bring in our sopranos, and then we're going to bring in the altos. We're going to have a super big finish, and hopefully we're still going like this while we're singing. But you know what? If you can only do one thing or the other, you get to pick. It'd be nice if we sang. And then we're going to have a final slow down and enjoy that final chord. We'll stop clapping. And now we're going to make thunder one more time. So maybe you'll join us. Maybe you'll join us. Yeah. So how are you feeling? How are you feeling? Is there anybody there to feel anything at all?
30 people.
Whoa! Hi, 30 people. It's so awesome that you're with us. That's good. The last time we performed in front of anybody was at the Snow Castle, early March last year. So this is lovely. You're lovely. Thank you. Okay. Shall we? We're going to start from the very beginning. I just need to make sure I have the right note. And the right line. Okay. All right, so I'm not going to be in the picture. You're going to watch them, okay? adaptive too, but in a completely different sense. So, we'd love to get your feedback about what this experience was like from your perspective too. Send us a little message on Facebook. Send us a little message on our emails. Find us on our website, I guess. Send us a message there. I'm really hoping you had fun tonight. It was great to spend this time with you. Thank you for joining us. And thank you guys for taking a dive into the next millennium. Wow!